Okay, we said that old school method of steering around with your whole body, upper body included, so that your chest chases your ski tips, results in the two-footed method. All right, and one of the problems, there's many problems it causes all these over here, but one of the problems is it requires that you do a hop pivot. I think they used to call that a stivot, a steer pivot, where you're steering with your upper body. And now this results in a number of problems. One is you're going to have too much float time. All right, your upper body is going to be too high, floating in the air, and you can't start applying force until it lands. And that's going to result in concentration of force application in a short part of the turn. And then when you land, you're going to land with a big impact. It's concentrated in time. That's impulse. And then you're going to throw out your tails and you're going to do a skid like a hockey stop, which is going to, all this is going to just break ice bonds, throw snow, and bleed energy, and you're going to ski slow. So let's take a look at a video that shows this. All right. Now it's going to start with one of the world's top skiers named Tessa Worley. And when I watch this video, I almost cringe. It's so bad. Okay, well, we'll just watch. So it's going to be a giant slalom, and then there's going to be a slalom skier. Both World Cup, top of the world skiers. All right, so we'll watch this first, and I'll watch it in slow motion. Okay, we'll go back. Watch this real quickly. So let's see. She's coming out of the turn with her chest following her ski tips, and what that does is if there's any rebound energy, it throws you up in the air, right? Gets your upper body high, all right? So that gives you float time. Now you can't start applying force, right, for the turn until your upper body falls back down. All right, you got to wait. Like you threw up a ball and you got to wait for it to come back down. Then you can apply force. And what that does is all this time you can't apply force until you get way too far into the turn. And then you got to throw a hard turn, concentrating force, which increases the risk of exceeding the threshold of shear force, breaking ice bonds, throwing snow. Let's see. So she's up in the air. Look at how extended she is. Now she's starting to come down and she's skidding out. You see her throw that outside arm around. She's throwing it around because the technique back then, and this is not too long ago. This is like 2009, right? 2008, 2009. Before I started teaching, this is wrong. She's throwing that arm around to steer her upper body. I think that's going to help the turn. And so now, because of that, her chest is chasing her ski tips, is actually even inside. And what that's causing is she's two-footing it. All right. When you're two-footing it, boot to boot, you can only get one boot down. She's skidding out. She's also skidding out the tail. She came down with impulse. Bam, she impacted, right? Broke ice bonds, throw snow. And let's see what she does throughout the rest of the turn here. So she's skidding out. Now she's outriggering. Her weight is now centered over her inside ski. It's pulling in. This is washing out, right? It's skidding. It's not bearing any weight. And look at all that snow being thrown. That's huge. That's a huge amount of snow thrown. All right. That's a very poor, that's wasting energy, right? Bleeding energy. Again, she's going high. So she came out with her chest chasing her tips. Rebound throws her up. She gets high in the air. And she comes down with impulse. Bam. Right? It's like a check stop. It's a hockey stop. Instead of carving it all the way around, she's rotating in the air. Bam. Throwing out the tails. Throwing a lot of snow. Look at, her chest is chasing her ski tips. So she's two-footing it. And because she's two-footing it, she can't get that ski down, that boot down, and it washes out. She's now outriggering. She's got most of her weight centered over her inside ski. All right. This is washing out, just scraping, bleeding energy. Okay, and this is slalom, and watch how much up and down motion they get, and how look watch how they rotate their whole body around. Watch how they use their outside arm to steer, pushing in that outside arm in. Watch the body come rotating around. Watch how much they skid. Watch how much air time they get, hang time. Rotating the whole body around. Watch her go up and down. Up, back down. Up, back down. Wow, look at that. Let's look at that turn. All right, so right now her chest is chasing her ski tips. All right, and she doesn't change that. She rotates her whole upper body around. Look at her outside ski washout. It's holding no weight. Everything's loaded on the inside ski. That is not maximizing the distribution of force application. That's concentrating it on one ski. That's going to cause bonds to break, snow to throw. It's very inefficient. It's bleeding energy. It's slowing her down. And then she's got rebound energy in her skis, right? And because her chest is facing her ski tips, it throws her up in the air. She gets high. She floats. She can't start applying pressure in the turn until way over here. Boom, she hits. She lands hard, right? Okay. And she skids out here. If you know skiing technique, this is almost painful to watch. But this is how they're skiing not too long ago. All right. That's it for that video. So they're doing this hop pivot. They're getting flow time. They're landing with impulse, and they're washing out their tails. A lot of times they're losing edge on their outside ski with outriggering their skis. Okay,